Okay. We are live. Audio is on too as well. We are good to go. Right. Was alive on YouTube, was alive on Twitch. Forgive me if I drink a lot of water, if it looks like my mouth is like turning in a little bit weird because I got a very bad ulcer over here. It stings and it's a little annoying, so but that just means that I just need to hydrate also, because also usually means that there's a lot of heat. Yeah, but it also just came about from me accidentally biting my lip, inner lip at the time, so yeah. Yeah, bite is now the ulcer. Anyways. Hi everybody, this is CVGS. I'm the captain here, and welcome to the Vanguard Newsday Tuesday. Today we are gonna go look at Festival Collection 2025. There's gonna be some information there, which is always exciting to hear about. We also have we're also gonna get the first 2/3 of the reveals for the PR cards for the month of March and April too as well. So hopefully there's some exciting things. One of them includes a new Prayer Dragon, which is the card that we see over here. So which is the new Prayer Dragon right there. So we get to see what the Nirvana deck actually has in store for us. But of course we are waiting until the live stream begins right now. So yeah, we're time to banter. Hopefully everybody has had a good weekend. Everybody's had a good time as well too. I'm just chilling. That's all I can say. I'm just chilling. Not much for me to really share, so mainly because of the fact that I can't really talk too much with this in a way. So I apologize if I'm not as quiet also. And of course, we later have our What is Cooking section, where we're gonna take a look at some of the deck builds that I have reviewed and decided to I decided to return back to follow what the live stream is doing. Honestly, the live stream is actually doing like they're gonna reveal decks that's submitted to people during the campaign, essentially. What I mean by that is that what I mean by that is that we're basically going to be looking at they're going to be taking the decks that you see from online, and most of the time I see them, they represent the decks, right, and it's just how max bling the deck is. So instead I decided to do the same prompt as they have. I'm going to refresh here, and I'm going to ask them to actually make a deck that you're most excited about. Hang on, that's copyrighted. That's copyrighted right there. So yeah, maybe a deck building, maybe a deck debuting or boosted in set 7 that you're most excited about. So yeah, we got a few here. We're definitely gonna take a look at most of them. So yeah, just waiting for the live stream to begin live. They are live now. So yeah, we're just waiting for the stream to start. I'll try my best to be as talkative as I possibly can. But I know that that's not going to succeed. So yeah. Bruh. Sorry, I just noticed because I start the deck building prompt, right. I always start it on every Tuesday. So basically, like the Tuesday that I'm reviewing, right, it's the same Tuesday that I put up next week's one. So it gives everybody like the ample time, seven full days or so, to submit something that they want to submit. Yeah, dude, I see another cancer right there. So. I was expecting one of the 24 clans. No, you just give me more idols. You just give me more Bank Dream. Which I don't know, so. But yeah, we'll save that mainly for next week or so. But this time around, yeah, we're just gonna be chilling for the most part. So it's raining outside, although it sounds like as if it stopped. Ah man, it actually stopped raining. A bit sad. A little bit sad, so what else? Okay, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to give the stream to Chai Kun for a little bit. So because bad timing as it is also, but while this is going on also, I might as well just take my chance right now. So I will be right back. Be right back.
Vanguard ファイターを決める大会が再び始まる。アニメカードファイトヴァンガードディバインズデラックス戦放送中。みんな絶対見てくれよな。カードファイトヴァンガード、もっと見せてくれよ君自身。月の試練これより開幕。ブースターパック月が総演、ドレスシークレットレア収録、ブシロード。
はい、全国の皆さんこんばんは。終盤 MC モノタクミです。そして
はい、皆さんこんばんは。終盤 MC、同じく終盤 MC の西尾優香です。よろしくお願いします。
やってきました。
おかえりなさい。
ありがとうございました。先週はありがとうございました。月が総演ですよ。先週は
発売しましたね。
皆さんどうですか。なんか作りましたデッキ、新しいデッキ。
私はボックス開けたら、ナナミのサインが出たの。
ね、自分で引いてましたね。
めっちゃ嬉しかった。
超いいな。
そう、しかもその3ボックス買って、3ボックス目の本当一番最後のパックで出てきて、
運命だ。
めちゃめちゃ運命的ってなっちゃった。
うわ、めちゃくちゃいいですね。いろんなモルポニカ
お待たせしました。
今回。
あ、そう組めますね。真ん中、ヴァンガードにする子を選べる。
She went back to being a strawberry blonde already. Alright, so sorry for the execution, but yeah. Okay. Alright, so they haven't done the start of Vanguard yet, so they haven't started the thing mob just yet. So I'm just gonna stay in this corner. A lot more easier for me. But for the most part, so yeah. We're about ready to start the live stream also and get ready to go through all the news. So now, there's another thing on the agenda, but I don't know whether we'll see it this week or whether it be next week. But we are going to be, this is post DZBT07 excuse me, DCBT07 released. So we're gonna be looking at the tournament decks. We're gonna look for Vase Ruger, and we're gonna see whether if Vase Ruger, we're gonna see also whether if Vase Ruger is going to be built with the factors, which is basically based off the number of Chronok in the deck, which is between 12 to 16. We're gonna see whether they play Pantera the Slasher, and we're gonna see the order too as well. See what they play with. So yeah, we also had that on the agenda as well. So that will be in the early part.
それでは早速終盤始めていきましょう。私が週刊版画情報局スタート。
With the front populated so that they can hide their papers and everything also. I kind of miss them actually having the signs in front also. But now they have the name plaques also. The name plates on the as an asset. So yeah.
いろんなカードの評価もありましたから。
うわ、
すごい聞いてみたいね。
過去 LSR ぐらいしかないな、なんかそういう系。
Right, so yesterday I wasn't able to come on stream. I wanted to come on stream yesterday so, but I had a lot of things to actually take care of. Important things that I put off for far too long, so I needed to get that all sorted out. So, but I might not be on tomorrow. I'll try my best to, but I likely will not be on tomorrow. So that depends on later tonight also. Whether I'm able to take care of most of the things that I need to take care of. But regardless, so yeah, that is for tomorrow. But now we were waiting to see what the live stream news is going to be. So yeah.
いくらでも向きたい。
そうですよ。
いっぱいある。
本当に確かにここに。
ここに。
Right. Do you need to hydrate?
ダメですけど。はい。
The heat is actually, the rain actually made the house cool, but now it's pushing the heat back
そ
in.
れで
So
は
yeah.
いきますよ。週刊版画情報局スタート。せーの。
Stand up, Vanguard.
お願いします。
お願いします。
です。こちらの情報からどうぞ。はい、ということでいよいよ今週末14
So this is this weekend.
2024年の世界
I will not be in while this is happening. So yeah, but we get to see what the Championship Deluxe. So let's see what we'll definitely be seeing what the Championship Deluxe will showcase for us. So for those everybody qualified. So of course MC Moshima Shuta, and then of course we also have our guest commentators, which is different fight Chris for different fight,
今週末だって言ってるのに
as well as Naku-san there. So yeah.
だから9時45分頃からですね、予選ラウンドと決勝ラウンドを通してお届けします。
これ先日発売したばっかの月が総演のカードも使えるんですよね。
そうなんです。ということでですね、月がそうや発売後ということで、どんなデッキが出てくるか本当にわからない。新しいね、もしかしたらアライドラインとかがここに来て一気にね、世界トップになるかもしれないですね。
だって公式の大きい大会がもう世界大会だもんね、この発売した後の。
いや、そうだよね。怖いよね。でも逆にその新カードを持っていくべきか、自分の今まで信じて共にね歩んできたデッキを持っていくべきかとかもね。
ね、悩むね。
そうよ。ちょっとどんなねデッキが優勝するか、ちょっと世界大会が決まる瞬間をお見逃しなく。
Alright.
続いては地方カップのお知らせです。本日は新潟会場と高崎会場のゲスト情報をお届けします。まずは新潟会場のゲスト情報からです。こちら。
So these are the guests that will be coming to Niigata, which is at the end of March. So Yuzuki Watase is actually attending as a guest. Oliver Naku-san there as well. For the first, I believe this is the first Chiba Cup 2025 season. So yeah.
木曜日12時からとなっておりますので、ぜひぜひ参加したいよという方はね、今のうちに参加予定の方申し込みお忘れなくよろしくお願いします。
Right, so participation is about to close. So yeah.
地方カップデラックス2025高崎会場のゲストは
Takasaki. So Moemi-san is actually going over as a guest. That's in mid-April. So yeah.
はい、こちらの高崎会場の地方優先枠の受付はですね、来週19日水曜日までとなっておりますので、地方優先枠での参加を考えている方は申し込みをお忘れなくよろしくお願いします。イベント詳細については公式サイトをご確認ください。ということで以上地方カップのお知らせでした。
続きましてショップ大会のお知らせです。こちら
So shop tournament, you'll be able to get your hands on the PR Pack Volume 2, which we'll be getting reviews for soon for participating. Nice fight price and also as a random price too as well. So yeah, for standard, V standard and P standard too as well, premium standard too as well. There are still shops out there, there's still hosts for all three, and these are all the PR cards that you actually can get. So anime information now.
それでは最新話を場面者と一緒に振り返っていきましょう。どうぞ。
Alright, so these are all the stills from last episode. It was a very, very good episode for the most part. A little bit on the filler-ish side. Because of the fact that so that it's really just Rezal Vita versus Levidras Imperial. So but it does continue to highlight. Damn it! I swear to God. Sorry about that. It does continue to highlight also that Akina is actually looking at at all the fights also, and he's just trying to formulate his idea of why does he continue to play Vanguard also. So he's still trying to find his best answer. He's still trying to find his best answer. So and I think that what Koan gave him also really was like a key discovery for what you call it, a key discovery for Akina. So there's not much I can really say about the episode. It's just a very good, very epic. We thought that we would get the review for the Mystic, so Gemaju there on Akina's side, but we won't really know until much later. So yeah. And next week is also going to be fun as well, so because we get to see our Mortar. So we get to see our Mortar cards next week. Most likely. So yeah. Good visuals. Although most of it is on the field itself also. We didn't really see much of the combat also between Vita and Imperial. I would like to see more, but you know, it is what it is.
第6話未来への挑戦。この世界で名字をエリカとして生きるため、エリカは重大な決意を胸にする。そしてなおも今まで抱えていた悩みを彼女に明かす。過去をめぐり、2人の本音が今ぶつかり合う。
So I think we saw a shot of Nao, and you can see that there's like two fires in her eyes. So this could indicate also that Nao will make use of Rakshasa. It makes very little sense for her not to actually use it. So her actually making use of Vaga Rakshasa actually makes it's actually quite nice to see it. So and they also made it a point also to really kind of showcase it. You know that she still has that bit of symbol in there. The Rakshasa still in there. So yeah, it's actually a really nice touch also, and I do like it a lot. So yeah.
今までもすごい濃厚だったけど、ガン見しちゃう回になるんじゃないかなって思ったりしますよ。
なんか前回とかもさ、その宿命決戦とか、まあ運命対戦もそうだったけどさ、そのパーソナルな悩みがみんなベースにあって激突するみたいなのも今回もやっぱね引き続きある感じよね。そうだね、ありますね。いや、あとエリカちゃんがあんな感じで来るとはって感じです。私的にはこれ以上は言わない。これ以上は言わない。
No, she can't say anymore also because yeah, she was in the episode. So yeah.
はい、お願いします。それでは続いてのコーナーは
No reviews.
花月&なおのゆるウォッチ。
Alright, so yeah.
今週はどなたが紹介されるんでしょう。
So another episode of Your Watch, which doesn't do much for us also, but I kind of miss the minivan episodes that they used to do.
皆さんどうもどうも。
さて今日も選手紹介の時間だな。
最近思ってることがあるんだけどさ。
何？
私たちまともな選手紹介したことある？
今日は相川クオンくんの紹介をしよう。
無視した。
まあまあゆるーくやろうよ。でクオンくんについてナオちゃんから何かある？
そうだな、クオン君は頭が良くて人当たりも良くて仲間思いですごく一途かな。
一途か。
でもたまに笑顔が怖いかも。
ナオちゃんみたいに？
え、私って怖い？
怒るとき鬼の形相かも。
いっそ、そんな気をつけてるのに。
嘘だけど
ぶっつぶす。
は
怖い。
あ
ということで、まあクオンの紹介
という
でした。
ことございましたね。まあ
Alright
いい人でしたという紹介でございます。
そうだね。しかも気づきましたね。紹介ちゃんとしてるって。
すごいね、ちゃんとやっとまでも
気づいたけど、まあスルーはされたけど。
されて進んだけど。ちょっと気になったのがさ、
はい
なおかつその怒るときめっちゃ怖いって言われてさ、気をつけてるんだけどっていうのがそうあれと思って一瞬。
確かに。
なんかね、そんなことないでしょとかだったらさ、自覚ないけど、気をつけてるんだけどって
気をつけてるんだ。
あったんや、自覚。
ね、自覚があったんですね、意外な一面。
Right
顔をちゃんと見たかったですね。ゆるキャラじゃなくてね。
もうニコニコしてこんな感じだったけど。
どんななんでしょうね。実は気になりますね。
いつか起こることがね、あるんですか
確
ね。
かにね。確か
Alright
に劇中では怒ったりはしてないもんね。
そうね、2期かなんかで、なんだっけ、1期だ。アキナだけがちょっと対戦しに行ってくるぜみたいな。みんなは置いてくよみたいな。
Okay
そこでちょっと
確かにちょっ
怒
とあった
ったかな
ね。
ぐらいの。
そっか、でもあの時は気をつけてたんだ。
気をつけてた。確かにアップでも可愛かった。
そうな。ということで、1ヶ月なおのゆるウォッチは今後も終盤内容放送予定でございます。お楽しみに。それでは放送情報です。こちら。
テレビアニメカードファイ
Alright
トヴァンガードディバインズデラックス編は
So a lot to look forward to next week. So, but I'm not sure whether we're getting any new Vanguard cards in set 8. It would make sense if there was, so but Amata being in set 8, so will always be welcome
続
for
いて
me.
こ
So
ちら
yeah.
のお知らせです。どうぞ。はい、アニメディバインズデラックス編再現デッキレシピが公開されました。
So also the deck recipes from episodes 1 to 4 are actually going to be reviewed. So we actually will get to look at those deck recipes. Okay, so yeah, we get to see what we can see also what everybody's been playing thus far in all of the matches. So between first episode was Odium versus Rizal. Then second one was Mace Ruger versus Rizal. Then third one was Rokuin versus Senka. Then the fourth one is. Are we going to episode 5? I think it's already, right? Yeah, correct. So episode 4 is Artisaria versus Impoldio. So yeah, this is for Dokkan New. So we're getting a Divine Sister Vanguard as a PR. We're also getting Roa as well as a Roa card and also a Lyrical Order card that's part of the PR set that we're going to be taking a look at most of it later. That's the remaining one third that I mentioned before. And then we're also looking at set 8, so there's a double R and an R for Office. So a couple more cardinals there.
続いて24時間配信のお知らせです。こちら。好評配信中の
So 24-hour anime, so they're going to be rerunning the first 174 episodes of Vanguard.
次回の配
G?
信はアニメカードファ
Sorry,
イトヴァンガード
I should say G, not the first one. It's is the from G onwards. So yeah.
楽しんでいきましょう。感想はハッシュタグ VG24 時間配信でポストしてください。
So you can post it by using the hashtag VG24 24-hour.
はい、とい
Yeah.
うことで、ここからカード情報でございます。今日はね、結構振り返りの情
Okay,
報
new card information.
なので、早めのカード情報でございます。
Any more insights from Silsara? Because we did get Silsara and her assistant Arias in as PR cards coming in the yearly Bushiroad magazine.
こちら。
So yeah. Oh, Vita has locked. So
公式
okay.
読み物サイトユニットストーリー更新のお知らせです。本日の物語は昨月編第5話奇跡の運命者レザエル7となります。あらすじをお願いします。
Alright.
罪深き霧深きストイケイアンによりレビドラスが私を呼び今運命王と宿命王が開校することに何の意味があるというのだろうか。教えてくれ裏グドマイヤー。
おー、かっこいいの のに
Wow.
しかも
Reza asking Blank Meyer
初手の切りが罪
about, you know, what
ダメだったな
asking advice from Blank Meyer so about dealing with Lemidras.
もう全部同じ字に見えて
Wow. Okay. Interesting. But of course, also there's a relationship between those two as well. So yeah, this makes sense.
ございますが、まあレビドラスとね、まあツオとかクオンとかそこら辺とねリンクしてるのかなということでございます。はい、ぜひぜひこのサイト終盤終了後に更新されますのでお楽しみに。
続いてはヴァンガードデッキ紹介のコーナーです。皆さんたくさんポストしてくれました。先日発売された月が総演のカードを使ったデッキをいくつか紹介していきたいと思います。
はい、早速ありがとうございました。それでは早速見ていきましょう。最初のデッキはこちらです。
Okay.
まずは
Right. So this is their Vanguard deck corner. So showcasing all the bling bling, all the King Kira Max Rarity boost cards. So yeah. On the right is Vase Ruger. Oh no, on the right is Sephiroth Gira actually. So on the right is actually Sephiroth Gira deck. But making use of the building it in Brandgate and making use of the War Order cards actually, the Howling Moon. Okay. Interesting. Right, and on the left also we see that it is a Buffs Gara deck, so it's the new Buffs Gara. But it's also making use of the additional arms that was given to the original Buffs Gara. And since that Buffs Gara's name is also Steel Base Dragon Buffs Gara, so those arms can actually equip onto her no problem at all. So which is actually really nice touch to it. So the Trick Moon is actually the sketch that Zakuza made of Trick Moon and Buffs Gara. So there's 4 of them in there. PGs is wow, okay. Bro flexing off his tournament activeness by essentially having the commemorative that should be the wheel dress one, right? Or overdress one, I can't remember. It's the PG also, the commemorative art for wheel dress also. So yeah. So yeah, not bad, very good. Not much that I can really say about it. Both of them look really good also. Both of them look good decks also. So yeah.
全然エネルギーには困りませんよというところでございます。はい、という感じで、最大5回アタック狙いつつ、うまくそこら辺を使っていくのかなというところでございます。しかもそのブラントゲートだからさ、今見た感じ入ってないですけど、モバルマインとかはね、結構簡単にカウンターチャージできる子とかもいますので、オーダーがあれば、はい、そこら辺もね組み合わせてもいいんじゃないでしょうか。ぜひぜひ皆さんもちょっとゼフィロギーラいろんなねこっから組んでみてください。
This is also, I see that the Twin Cast is actually a very popular regardless piece also, which I agree with also because there's a lot that goes with it also. Anyways, the left we see the Artisaria deck. 3 copies of Shout in Silence, 3 copies of Megalomania. Sorry, it's playing in my head. Going with a 8 crit 3 front deck. It makes sense that be the case. Because you do have the Regas there, so and you have ample opportunities to actually go with either the the Shadow Army token or go with the while also being able to have the lock in play too as well. So yeah, and going with the Gratias is actually a little interesting, but it's not really that much of a like you know. Here there so, and then the one on the right also is actually a Morphonica deck. So yeah. And they also have the sign card from Shido Amane there, so it's the huge trigger. Why not? It's stationless, right? Alright.
アタックしたときに山札の上から4枚見て2枚手札に加えて、残りを上か下に置けるというデッキでございます。もうトリガーバンバンめくりたい人にも手札をバンバン増やしたい人にもおすすめのデッキでございます。トリガーとかもそう西尾さんになってますね。
あ、そうなんです。ヒール
全部
4枚していただいて、あとプレイマットこれ私ですね。きっと見えてないんですけど、
あ、後ろ
これ私です。
Oh wait, the playback is also Shiro money too as well. I think that's what I heard.
愛の込められるでございます。本段でね、しかも結構ね揃いますからね。
ね、広町軸私も組みましたけど、オーバー何が一番いいのかなっていうのめちゃくちゃ悩んでて、この方はバルナートにされておりますね。
まあアタック回数が基本3回だから4回目しかも1億を生み出そうよっていうところでバルナート取ってるんですかね。はい。トリガーは本当に狙いやすいデッキでございますから、ぜひ皆さんもね、そういうデッキ大好きですっていう人はやってみてください。はい。というわけでデッキ紹介のコーナーでした。次回も投稿どしどしお待ちしております。
Alright.
ということで、
So that's the set 7 corner. We're gonna have more later on also during our deck prompt.
どうぞ。
The what is
はい、
cookie
スペ
section.
シャルシリーズフェスティバルブースター2025発売決定です。来ましたー。
So available for general sale on the 16th of
はい
16th of February.
16日発売
Sorry, 16th of May.
今回も先行販売があります。大番画祭の前日物販である5月2日と大番画祭当日
You look like a Rizal boost card.
先行販売がされます。
はい、ということでね、日時がちゃんと決まってきましたが、続いて収録
As you can see the halo on top, so yeah.
したいと思います
It's an angel.
まずはこちら。なんとデッキに1枚だけ入れられる特別なノーマルユニットがオーバートリプルレアで収録されます。
は
なんだこれは。
これレガリスプイスの
プイスの
ユニット版みたいな感じ。
Regardless piece units.
ネイティブになったのかな。
しかも絶対間違ってるし。
These cards actually have the over trigger the over trigger triple R rarity.
そうなんですかね。レガリスピースとはまた別の
Okay.
一枚っていう感じになるのかな。
しかもノーマルユニットだもんね。
ね、そうどんな性能とかね、まあ各国家にそれぞれ。
I'm sorry, what is going on with your boobs?
オーバートリプル
Storky lady.
ボックス1枚必ず封入されているということでございます。
嬉しい。
Okay.
しか入れられないってことはスキルも相当強力になってるんじゃないのかな。
いや間違いない。
どうなんでしょう。まあこれがね絶対ね
Okay.
ボックスで手に入るっていうのは嬉しいことでございます。こちらのカード能力は後日公開でございますので皆さんお楽しみにお待ちください。
はい。
Okay,
続きま
this
し
is
て
definitely
再録
intrigued me.
情報です。フェスティバルブースターに再録されるカードを少しだけご紹介いたします。こちら。フェスティバルブースターに
Festival booster, we're seeing reprints for this card, which also includes. What the fuck?
シンディいるよ
シンディがおる。
Blastably, the Vanguard is actually being reprinted in the festival booster.
ましたし、ね、月節今まで出てたもの全ての
So I can see the greater support also for Gear Dragon. That one's actually for Chrono Jet getting boosted. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for English translation news on that also. We also see the support card. Shindy. That's actually for overdress and cross overdress. The support card over there. The third one is actually the Office Brandgate one. If you're in Dark Knight or Abyssal Dark Knight, then you energy plus 3. So it's a pop. So yeah, those are actually being reprinted in there. So which is what we expected, because Festival Booster has always been that one set. So that has the Festival Booster so has always been the set. So where they reprint OPR cards, so they make them easy accessible through purchasing the Festival Booster. But Festival Booster so like it's considered to be like the most expensive. Most expensive like the most money they have spent in a month or so. So I'm very worried about what is in there. So Festival Fight Pack. These are the reprints. So the Captain Sanctuary one is the choose 2 units and they get the skill. During the battle this is boosted, then those gets plus 10k. Then if you have 5 or more, then you draw 1. I was expecting to play this card in Grand Grace, but I ended up not using it. The other one is the normal order that can be used in Zorga. What is it? Something Nectar? I forgot. Something Nectar. I kind of forgot what it is also. Alright, but for every 5 cards you drop, so this you get Sosaki at 50 or more, then the Riga gets plus 1 critical. So yeah. Then the left one is Soul Blast 1 to play. Choose one units that's being attacked, and then for every order card that you have in rest, then in the order zone, then, for the battle it gets plus 10k power. So yeah.
エラッタテキストのバージョンって今回
So yeah, these are the reprints that's coming out in the PR pack for 3 and 4, also, which is nice. I do like the Captain one also because I think this is a very underrated this is a very underrated what you call it order card, normal order. I had plans to use it also, but after a while also I didn't really need to use it. But here's a new one. So this is a monster card. Okay.
永続ガーディアンサークル。あなたのオーダーゾーンに研究があるならこのユニットのシールドプラス5000。
はいということで一つ目の能力オーダーゾーンに研究があるならシールド
So on the Guardian Circle also, if you have a research card in the order zone, I assume this thing gets plus 5k shield. Then order zone, then for order zone, put this bind this card. Then choose a set order for your drop zone and add it to your hand.
起動オーダーゾーン。
If your Vanguard is
あなたのドロップからセットオーダーを
Eredo
加える。
Greyma.
あなたのヴァンガードがエレドグレーマを含むグレード3
Eredo Greyma. Is that a PR one?
オーダーを1枚まで選び
Grade 2 or higher. Then then choose a order card. Choose a set order from your hand and put it into your order zone.
ドロップからセットオーダーを1枚手札に加え
Eredo Greyma. So Eredo Greyma is actually, I think it's the grade 3 PR Vanguard actually. That's in the set.
てのオーダー
That was released like quite some time ago.
してきてレスト
I think that one also,
リュートドロップから置いてあげて
I didn't know if that one actually, that one didn't really use any order cards, is it? It's just like set order, it has like stuff in the set order zone, then you know,
買う場合
in the order zone also, then stuff happens from there.
強力な
But I guess you can combine that with research also, with Architect's research. Architect's research will allow you to actually be able to put it up there. So translations has come in.
の種類とかさ
Alright, so I like them. Yeah, so I recognize that name is a PR card, the PR grade 3. So interesting enough, also this is a PR grade 3 that this is a boost for, which is
カウンターブラスト使ってプレイする系とかも
確かにコストを
そう
無視できる。
無地で
okay. So the festival booster, the O triple R cards. Look forward to special O triple R cards for all 6 nations that each deck can only have one of. So you can only have one of these units. Wow. Okay.
しかも1万シールドで使える
That's definitely a lot more exciting.
偉すぎ。
1万で使って本流で置いてとか、サブワードでまた置いてとか、いろんなカードで置くことができますので、これはぜひぜひ皆さん手に入れておいてください。お願い
Alright.
します。そして続いてのカードも見ていきましょう。こちらです。どうぞ。はい、セットオーダー。今はただ時を忘れてでございます。
Okay. Set order for Dark States.
あなたのヴァンガードが
So play this if you have
自動このカードがオーダーゾーンに置かれたとき、あなたの
Diafuriru Door. Diafudor. Oh, it's a Diafudor one. Okay. So it's the Diafudor PR card. Alright. So
回して手札に加え山札をシャッフルする。
okay. So when this unit is placed in the, it's a set order. Oh my god. Dark States has a set order. When this card is put into the set order, look at the top 7 cards. Choose a Diafudor normal unit that's equal or less than the grade than your Vanguard. Reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle your deck.
めっちゃ嬉しい。
In the order zone,
結構ね、
if you have a Diafudor Vanguard,
優秀な
then put this guy into the drop zone.
これがプレイで
Then
強いことで
choose a Diafudor. Choose 2 Diafudors of different names in your drop zone and send them into the soul.
ということでございます。
This is a very good PR card. This is like Broken Toys level of very powerful.
そしてなんとサー
So yeah, this is this is actually a really good boost for Diafudor. So I got to build Diafudor in days. I really just like absolutely play with it. So yeah.
カ
Huh.
ードをドロップに置くことであなたのドロップからダイヤフルドールを含む
This is very good also. It's really really good.
まで選びソウルに置く。
はいということで
Broken Toy levels. So yeah.
オーダーゾーン
Because you actually can put it in there.
オーダーゾーンにある
You actually put it there on turn 3, top 7.
にある別名の
Choose a Diafudor to add to your hand.
ボールに置く
Then after that, so you can sack it away.
そう
And then after that, you have 2 Diafudors that you set beforehand by discarding. And you can put them into the soul to get your setup from there.
戻すことが
This is a very good card.
ころでございますし
And it's great one too as well, so you can set it immediately. So as long as you have it, you can set it immediately.
よとかがないのよ
本当だ。
そう
For now, forget the passage of time. That is what the card is called. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, this is this is Broker Toys level of good. This is a Broker Toys level of good. So yeah.
ボールだんだんね長引くにつれてどんどんなくなってくるから一回これ使えるだけでも全然違うよね。
西尾さんダイヤフルドール組んでましたもんね。そうなんです。こ
Alright.
れ結構優秀なカードでございますので。
わあ嬉しい。
ぜひぜひ。しかもね、貯めてから一気に使うもできるからね、その下の効果はプレイじゃないので、ぜひちょっとタイミングに合わせて下の効果を使ってあげてください。
はい。
ぜひ使ってください。それでは続いて3枚目いきたいと思います。続いては新たなプレアドラゴンの登場でございます。こちら。
And here's the Prayer Dragon. Alright. Let's see.
教えてください。
Alright, so if you have a grade 2 or higher, Vanguard Nirvana is the name. Activate all the you can activate all you have access to all the following abilities. X skill from the drop zone.
このカードをリアガードサークルにコールし、そのターン終了時このユニットを退却させる。
If you have a Trickstar Rear Guard,
このカードがドレス持って
and this card, and there isn't another copy of the same name as this card on the field, so plus one, call this card to Rear Circle from drop zone. At the end of the turn, retire this unit. So if you do not crossover dress, then this card gets retired at the end of the turn. So you want to crossover dress immediately afterwards. Once you call this card out from there. And then the second one is that when this card becomes original dress, choose one unit that this card is dressed on, and for the third unit gets plus 5k. Interesting, but the ability to Soul Blast 1 in order to actually call the card out from the drop zone is actually really handy. But if memory serves also, I believe that Nirvana has always had a soul problem. So this actually being another soul blast also is a little bit you know, for the most part. But it does allow you to actually be able to have a reliable source of getting a Prayer Dragon out from the drop zone. And you can actually discard this off also quite easily. This is a good target card to actually discard. But better if you actually can call it down also because of the fact also that you already pay Soul Blast 1. However, you know, the card gets retired, you can always Soul Blast 1 to actually get the Prayer Dragon back out again. So this is on the more interesting end. This is definitely on the more interesting end also, but I don't know if this is very I don't know how game changing this is also, considering that Nirvana also haven't seen top tournament play as of late. Just a rare oddity also, but a card like this coming out also is a little interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, we'll see how things go.
そして残りの新規 PR カードは今週のどこ版で公開予定です。こちら。
Alright, and so these are the 3 cards that we're going to be seeing in the Dokuban Neo. So it's the Divine Sisters, the Vanguard, the proper Vanguard as it is. A unit card that is actually for Rowa, and of course the normal order for Lyrical. So this will be revealed on Thursday.
なりますが、レミニエスはそしてロロは
So yeah.
強化ガールで来ましたね。新しくロロはどんな風に強化されるのか気になりますね。で、ハイファイブは、リリステの優秀なノーマルオーダーというグレードにどんな豪華なんだこれは気になります。
Alright.
ね、
優秀なノーマル。
そう、優秀なノーマルオーダーだから結構汎用的に使えるカードなんかな。
ねえ、そういうことかなって感じですね。
今からちょっと楽しみでございますが。それではまとめ見ていきましょう。こちらです。どうぞ。
Alright, so this is all the cards that we'll be seeing in the festival, sorry, not in the festival, in the PR pack for the month of March and April. So yeah, the big thing for me also is definitely the Daifu Doll order card. It's very, very good. And I also like that the order card for Kenta is also pretty as well, so because it's also very good. But I don't know slept on it is also, or how viable it's been discovered to be. To me also, it's kind of like, this is a really good card also. And I'm surprised also they're not seeing it in a lot of decks because it's really, really good. And Kenta is known for filling the deck very, very fast. So yeah, why not? Alright. So WGP Deluxe Season 1, we're getting the after report of it, which means that we could see the base Ruger deck next week. And compare it to our prompt that we had last week. And we'll also be seeing Vaga boost. And a Dragon Empire generic card also being revealed too as well. Oh, okay, so Vaga is actually getting boost cards next week as well. I thought it'd be Armorta, but okay, we'll see how things are. I was surprised also that Armorta is not getting boost also, but Armorta has been getting quite a bit lately, so I don't mind it having a miss this round. So yeah.
いやー、まあぜひぜひ、しかもドラゴンエンパイアの新たな汎用カードも紹介とのことでございますので、ぜひ皆様お見逃しなくでございます。はい。ということで、それではいつもの挨拶に行きましょう。僕が合言葉はと言ったら皆さん、ライダーズヴァンガードと書き込んでください。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
またあれですね、じゃあアニメ振り返るタイミングとかあったらいいですね。
そうだね。
Alright.
なんでも
あるといいな。そのうち。
どうなんだろう。どうね。来週どんなファイトになるのかちょっと楽しみでございますね。
果たして羅刹を使うかどうかっていうところですよね。
羅刹や。
どうなんでしょうね。
確かにだよね。難しいよね。シビちゃんが使ってたカード。
まあ忌まわしきカードですからね。しかもシビルトはね、まあ多分いなくなっちゃったような感じするし。
おそらく
ね、どうなっちゃうんでしょうね。
気になるところでございますが、ぜひ皆様お楽しみにということで、はい。
はい。OK。
はい。それではじゃあ皆さんいきますよ。せーの。合言葉は
ライダーズヴァンガード。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。Okay. That's the end of the live stream. So not much reveals on it also, but it is how it is expected for it to be also, given that we are getting like PR cards and whatnot, so it makes sense. It makes sense for it to be there. So, but for the most part also, there's quite a few exciting things. Festival booster, I am excited about seeing the only one unit in the whole entire deck they can make use of also. We don't know where we have the attachment of the Regardless piece. I don't think it would. But it probably will have the card says that you only have one copy of this card in the deck. Most likely that'll be the way that it goes also. But a lot of things to look forward to for the most part. Okay, let's move on to the what is cooking section. Let me just get the music up. There we go. Alright, so here is the what is cooking section, and we are going to go over to our prompts also. So earlier in the live stream that we saw the live stream, the Vanguard live stream, what they always do is whenever a new set comes out is that they will showcase decks, right? Is that they will showcase decks that's built by fans that would be that they put on the campaign also, and I felt like I wanted to do the same. So I went over to Discord and I asked everybody to make me a deck debuting or boosting in DBZ7 that you're most excited about. So everyone all started cooking. So feel free to wait for the cards to release on Decklog on Friday. You can also see CFA, but do include card list for ease. So the first one will be that too as well. So I'm gonna have to open a split screen, which is very, very convenient. So yeah. Cardfight Wiki. So we got Hound Razor over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be opening set 7. Set 7 here. So give me a second while I search. And of course, on YouTube I do cut this out also. I arrived late once again, so you're just in time for the what is cooking section, man. So yeah. We haven't seen Race Ruger. We'll see it next week. So just need to wait a while for that. Let's go DZ booster. There we go. We go to 6 and then we move on to 7 this way. Alright, so yeah, good that you're here. So the funny Hound Razor tie list. So what do you mean by funny tie list? Not too sure what you mean by that. So, but we have it open up here, and we can see. So this is running with the Hound Razor. We'll take a look at the full build of it as it is. Running with Salgon over there and a whole bunch of other doggos too as well, which we will get this to open up and see, which also includes I was about to say which also includes a Gabuelas also, but Gabuelas is not a high beast for the most part. So, but let's take a look at what Hound Razor actually does. So let's go ahead and do so this way. I got this open up so we can see Kenta Sanctuary over here, and we can open up the first Vanguard. We can open up the Great 2. The Great 1's supposed to be here. There we go. And finally, Hound Razor there. So Hound Razor Aoi. So I think you got the others there too as well. Let me just go ahead and open every single Hound Razor that I see here. Give me a moment. I think I haven't opened Miso. Okay, can. Alright, so we'll start with the right line. So first Vanguard, Kika. The right up, so the Great 1. When this unit is rode upon by Hound Razor Hakuren, which is the Great 2, the top 7 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 high beast among them, call it to a Regard Circle and shuffle the deck. When this unit is boosted by a high beast, this unit gets plus 2k until the end of the battle. Not much to say there. Hakuren, Hound Razor Hakuren. When this unit is rode upon by a Hound Razor Aoi, look at the top 7 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 unit with Hound Razor in its card name from among them, reveal it, put your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you do not reveal a card, call this card to a Regard Circle and you soul charge 1. When you say it's boosted by a high beast, choose a high beast normal unit from your drop zone and we put it to the bottom of the deck. And finally, Hound Razor Aoi. All of your back row high beasts gets plus 5k, active for the opponents too as well. So plus 2, such a deck for up to 1 high beast, call it to Regard Circle and shuffle your deck. Color plus 1, choose up to choose one of your grade 1 or less high beasts in your back row center column. Until the end of turn, that unit can attack for the back row and it gets stability. At the end of the battle, that this unit attacked, stand this unit, and this unit cannot attack until the end of the turn, giving you basically what is a 30k attacker from the back, essentially. If you don't count like any other, like, oh, when this unit attacks and stuff happens also. But it has to be a great one also. I love 30k dogs also on opponent's turn for over 1 million to hit. Very true, very true, very true. And this also works in like grade 2. You can activate this in turn 3 immediately. You can just have that go off, and then after that you can have the whole entire attack pattern go off also. But of course with grade 3, like say if you're willing to hit, perform drive checks for the battle that is for the battle the chosen unit attack also, which allows you to drive check 1. So which makes it a little bit more on the dangerous side also. Your deck build, the deck build itself also does play with you Hound Razors. Let's take a look at Seishin. Seishin is that all high beasts in your Regard Circle get intercept with back row. This allows you to be able to intercept, so which means that any plus shield powers will actually come into play. Always very solid, so for early 4 attacks turn. So I agree. It feels very Grand Grace to a certain extent from that, which I like a lot. When this unit attack while boosted by a high beast, if your Vanguard with Hound Razor in its card name, until the end of the battle, this unit gets plus 5k, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Energy plus 3 also gets plus 1 critical. So this card is, remember seeing the card, is actually very, very dangerous. So quite dangerous to put up for that. We have Bishiro over here, which is basically the Arcane of the deck, the old Arcane card. When it's placed on Regard Circle, if you have a Vanguard with Hound Razor in its card name, color plus 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 1 or less high beast from on them, call it to Regard Circle and shuffle your deck. If you did not call, counter charge 1. When this unit attacks while boosted by a high beast, you may soul charge 1. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater and you have 2 or more back row high beasts, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of the battle. So this is also another of those cards, so they actually can call out very easily. And when it attacks one boosted, you can soul charge 1, which is where you get your Soul Blast to be able to pay for Aoi's ability to actually be able to call 1. So the most impressive thing that I wanted to point out also is the grade 2, because you are playing with a total of this is the Thailand exclusive version of Jelly Angel. It is a high beast also. Oh, I see. That is unfortunately like this is like mixed language also. So only Thailand can actually make it. So, but I do understand what you mean by the Thai list also. For the most part. Okay. So Thai card as well, so I can imagine. So Aegis Bear is actually the PG here, which is a high beast, which is correct. It is a high beast. And a lot of your triggers, the high beast, you don't want to have your heals come out also, so you don't want to have your heals there. Gabuelas, I think is also a high beast too as well, if I remember correctly. If not, then I may be mistaken, but I can understand. So some things not be high beast. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if your triggers were all not high beast, just so that you don't have to call them out. Like if it's a miss, it's a miss regardless. But of course, you can choose to have a miss entirely. He's a dragon also. Okay, keeping the OT in the deck itself. Now, what about the others that you have in here? So let's take a look at the high beast itself. So this list we have Tigris, which we can use here to search for. Kentucky is okay for this list as well. Yeah, it is. Alright, so Tigris, at the end of the battle, the list will attack, Energy Blaster, return this card back to your hand. When this is put on the Guardian Circle, which you can intercept with a back when we do so. Put a card undercover in this card name from drops to the bottom of the deck. You get plus 5k shield until the end of the battle. Combine this with the combine this also with Mishiro's ability, or was it Seishin's ability? I can't remember. One of the two. Put those two together so that you actually have a 50k shield, so just for that, as long as you can get the other copies of Tigris to the bottom of the deck, which is quite easy to do. We don't need to talk about Salgon. Everybody kind of knows a lot about Salgon, because Salgon also is the goodest boy in all of the high beasts from there. Basically says so when this unit is boosted, you have more regards than your opponent, or you play an order this turn. This unit gets plus 5k at the end of the battle. At the end of that battle, retire this unit, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose a card from one of them and put it into your hand, the rest from the bottom of your deck. So, and this card will be the ideal choice also for you to actually set to the bottom of the deck by using the Grade 2's ability also, which I was looking through and I realized also that you don't have multiple copies of Hakuren in there to set to the bottom of the deck, but I think that's okay. That's not really that big of a shout. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. So yeah, let's have Regaun. So Regaun is when this, if you have a Vanguard how raises can't use it, but it gets the following abilities. Sorry. Back row center Regaun Circle. This is the ideal card to actually have in the back row. Bushi, don't hit my dog, please. So I don't think it will. So but I think that was the plan. During the battle, this unit attacked. When your opponent will call cards from the hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more at the same time. So this one has Guard Restrict, and this card also has plus 5k shield on its own, which makes it a 15k shield card if you have Seishiro in the Seishin, sorry, Michiro and Seishin. Those two, I merged those two names together. So yeah, but yeah, in any case, it is this is the target card that we have also. We want to have Guard Restrict in play. For Mergaon, actually, why don't we just open up from here? For Mergaon, this is also the other target too as well. If you have, if you use this Regaun Circle with Vanguard Hound Razor, you can soul charge 1 or energy charge 1. If you have Vanguard with Hound Razor in its card name, this gets plus 5k power. And this is the center back row, and if you Vanguard's grade 3 greater, it gets plus 10k instead of 5k. So this one becomes an 18k booster, which means that it no longer becomes a 5k, it becomes a 10k shield to block off the attack with this also, which is for the most part. Okay, I'm curious about the order that you have here, which is the partners to whom you give life. So I need to, so I will see what this order is also. And we'll also take a look at the Midsummer Day Festival 1 too as well, because why not? 23k on your first turn grade 3 or so. Very true. The partners with who you gave your life to. Could you give me like the deck code for it so that I can find it? Because I think this one was like what, set 6, I think? DZVT 06. Should be here, so okay, let's take a look. So this is Sec 6. We're looking for Keta. Sort of normal order. Nope, that is for Tagria. For the partner I trust my life to. This sounds the same. Yeah, there we go. For the partner I trust my life to. Play this with Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unique card from one of them, call it the Vanguard Circle, the rest of the bottom deck in any order. So this one makes use of another Soul Blast, so that's another Soul Blast cost. But this is a very easy order to actually have in play. So that you can actually have Sargon and actually pull off too as well. Very good order if I say so myself. Very good order if I do say so myself. I do like this a lot, so. Very simple, very unique, very touching. Okay, let's take a look at let's take a look at the Thai card. Don't know if we ever find it also, but we'll see. Thailand booster. We'll search for Thailand also. We'll see what we come up with. This is the Thai restriction. The Thai card is just Drilling Angel, to be honest also. Oh, it's Drilling Angel, okay. Why don't you search for Drilling Angel? Let's see what we can. Let's see how we can find it also. Drilling Angel but High Beast. The full artwork. Drilling Angel itself. Let's Google. Let's Google. Drilling Angel Thailand. Let's see if we can't find it, so yeah. I don't think the wiki has the image also. I don't think the wiki has the entry at all. Yeah. Actually, let's search this. Yeah. I don't think we'll be finding it also. I don't think we'll be finding it, unfortunately. Show results with Vanguard. Nope. We're definitely not finding it also. So yeah, it's a Drilling Angel, but it's actually it's actually a Thai version. I'll take your word for it. But basically, Drilling Angel's skill is that when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, put a unique card from your drop zone into the soul. Look at your top 3 cards, choose out the 1 card of one of them with the same name as the card that's put into the soul for the cost. Call it the Vanguard Circle and shuffle your deck. This is just another way in which they can actually get cards from the drop zone into the soul, so you have more soul to soul blast for RV too as well. So this is sound. I think that this could be one of those non-high beast cards that you can actually put in the deck, and I think it wouldn't ruin it all too much. So I would say that this deck build is actually pretty okay, pretty good from there. So not much for me to point out here. So, and I asked you for the reasoning, and you said that you're more or less excited for this due to being a Galmo Premium Cope player. And it looks like Akane but more mature. Dogs, cats, nothing's more better than the strongest dunker by disrespecting double dunk crits. So I do like your description for that. So alright, now let's move on to Anishi's deck. Alright, and his is done in the deck log, so we get to see he's built Artisaria. And yeah, let's look through Artisaria and see what he has put in here. So he's played 4 copies of Shout in Shadow and Megalomania. I'll probably just like every time I say Megalomania, so that's going to come up. That's gonna come up in the background sound, so I'll probably put that in the edit. Anyways, we start with the right deck itself. So the Heap Up Octaver. Alright, and then we go into the Grade 1, which is that when you write up on the Heat Up Octaver, when you write on the Heat Up Octaver, reveal Artisaria from your Grade 3 from your deck, for your right deck. Then search your deck for a music card, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck, so you can actually plan whether if you want to get either the Shout in Silence, which is that this card cannot be played except by Artisaria's ability. Then when this card is placed into the order zone, then you get to draw one, and you get to call a Shadow Army token to a Vanguard circle. Same for some reason also have other language which I don't know if I can find it online also. Yeah, I mean CFA has a lot, so yeah. It's like really like the true database also, of all things Vanguard also. Because it does cover other languages too as well, which also includes Thailand. And I've seen also some of the Thai cards that they put there, so it's just, yeah, just celebrity photos in there. Okay. Alright, so of course, you can also search for Megalovania. Same thing. This card cannot be played unless by the ability of Artisaria, which means that this is locked out of other lyrical decks. When this guy is put into the order zone, then choose one of, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, then choose one of your opponent's regards and lock it also. So your opponent can telegraph this if you fish it out, either by the grade 1's ability or the grade 2 right line's ability. The grade 2 right line's ability is also the same as well. Reveal Artisaria grade 3 or higher, grade 3 card from your right deck if you write out to Dynamic Exciter, and then you search your deck for a music card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So these two are the same also, which allows you to be able to fetch one copy of each also, which I think was everybody's expectations of it. And speaking of expectations, Artisaria, Polyphonic Overdrive Artisaria. So if you have 2 or more cards, music cards in your order zone, sound cards in your order zone, this unit gets +1 critical. And then once per turn, Soul Blast, Energy Blast 2. Then choose a card from your hand or from your drop zone, a music card from a sound card from your hand or drop zone, and put it into your order zone. So if you play it from your hand, you get to draw 1 card. So this one allows you to be able to have either the Shadow in Silence or the Megalovania. And you can just put it into the order zone, and then you can just put it on zone. You can have the effects go off from there. So, or you can keep it in your hand, so, and then surprise your opponent, and then you get to draw 1 afterwards, so, which is not that bad of a shout. And of course, there's ability that when this unit attacks, color +1. For every sound card in your order zone, you can call up to 1 Shadow Army token to Vanguard circle. And then if you have 2 or more sound cards in the order zone, then all units in front row gets +5k. So this just allows you to actually be able to call out Shadow Army tokens, and for everyone you get to call 1 more. Then if you go to turn 4, you play another one, and then you get 2 in there. So yeah, or 3, depending also. But yeah, essentially Artisaria involves playing 2 ways or so, which is via locking 1 Vanguard, or focusing more on the Shadow Army tokens. And with this also, this is going to be like a even of the 2. Support cards in play. This is the support card. There is actually this is the support card, so that gives you the persona ticket basically. And its ability is that when this card is placed on the Vanguard circle, from a hand, also, and not by the ability of a unit's ability. Sorry, hang on. Let me just. I probably need to go back to this also, just to be sure. Alright, so when this guy's placed from hand, other than by unit's card ability or discarded from hand while riding for the right deck, you can choose a card with persona right from your right deck, and you may reveal it. If you reveal a card, or have a Vanguard with persona right, then you can Soul Blast 1 and put a persona shield ticket into your hand. When this unit is placed, attacks a grade 3 or grade 2 unit, it gets +5k to the turn. This is generic. This is the new generic that came from set 7. Alright, this is a new generic that came from set 7. And this is in here so that you can actually have the persona ticket in there. And what the persona ticket does is, we'll just pop it open. Which is that choose a unit that's being attacked and it gets +10k power until the end of their battle. And you can play up to 2 Blitz orders until the end of the turn. If your opponent's crest zone has other than energy generator, this unit gets +5k power. It gets +5k power, which means that oh, if you play against a strike deck or so, then if you play against a strike deck or so, then it's a 50k shield instead of just a 10k shield. So yeah, and of course, during your turn, if you would discard a card while riding from deck or choose a card from your hand by your card's ability, this card cannot be chosen or discarded. So you have to use this not as an additional card. You have to use this as a as for what it's intended to be also, which is basically plus 10k shield. It's basically a 10k shield from there. So yeah, that's what the deck is going on from there. So I had to point it out first also. So the other cards in here is that when this unit attacks, if you have for every sound card in your order zone, this unit gets for the battle this unit gets plus 5k. So this is a great tree accompaniment. Then when this unit is placed on the regard circle during your turn, so when this during the if this card was returned back to the hand or retired from the regard circle during your turn, then if your Vanguard is Artisaria, so +1, choose one of your units and it gets plus 5k. So this allows you to be able to pump power to another side to give it more power from there. So it could be Shadow Army token, it could be more. It depends on how it goes from there. This one is that when this is placed on the regard circle or put to Guardian circle, if your order zone has a sound card, then for the turn this unit gets plus 5k power plus 5k shield, so it's a 15k and a 10k shield. When this unit is placed on the when this unit is on the regard circle during your turn and returns back to your hand or is retired, if you have Artisaria Vanguard grade you a higher, then card plus 1 get to draw 1. This is the grade 1, which is a Eureka, which is basically a Artisaria specific Eureka. So if you don't have access to Eureka, you can go with her. She's okay now as it is. But of course, also if you can go double Eureka, you can go Eureka and her. That just fills out your grade 1s quite easily. But anyways, the ability is that if you have a sound card during your turn, if you have an order zone has a sound card, this unit gets plus 5k. And at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, if you have a sound card in your order zone, move this card into the soul, then choose one of your regards and return it back to the hand. Eureka does something similar, which is that once per turn, when your unit is placed so in the same column as this unit, if one's Vanguard's grade 3 or higher, then for the turn this unit gets plus 5k. Then the other skill is that at the end of the battle this unit boosted, you can soul +1, choose the unit that's being boosted and return it back to your hand. So this one is more universal, but this one is more specific. It also gives a lot of power too as well. This one is using the lyrical OT, of course, and playing with balance triggers, 3 fronts, 4 draws, 4 heals, 4 crits. Not much to say. So this is what I would say. I don't think Nishi's on here, so he can comment his deck also. But this is, I can definitely say, one of the decks also that has got a lot of people excited for ever since it's revealed, because Lock has returned. It's amazing. Everybody likes Lock. True. But this is done much more gracefully in the fact that it's not just focused on Lock. It's also focused on the Shadow Army tokens that just had this card being multiple attacks using the Shadow Army token. The Lock is there just to be defensive and to just be annoying. So just it being one lock, so it's actually continues to keep the game in a bit of a healthy state. So which I personally feel that it should be kept that way for the most part. So yeah, good all around also. That's a very good initiative deck. Alright, let's move on to Saber, who's cooked us a Vix Ruger deck. We saw this last week, but let's see what he actually cooks with also. So I won't go through most of these. You can check out the last week's video for Vix Ruger for all its abilities. But essentially, you are going to be searching for the Gamma Juice through the Moon Gate, the one and only Moon Gate that you have in here. But I'd like to see what else is in here too as well. So we won't go through all the others. This one is playing 14 Chrono Rocks, which is interesting. Grade 1 is going with this Grade 1 over here. This is a generic, which is that when this unit during the battle, this unit boosted. If your Vanguard is grade 2 or greater, and you have 2 or more cards in your order zone, set orders in your order zone, this unit gets plus 5k. I think we see one of those also. We'll take a look at it later. Then the ability is any battle this unit boosted. If you have set order in your order zone, move this card into the soul. And after that, look at the top 5 cards. Choose a grade 2 or higher among them. Grade 2 or higher unit among them. Choose a grade 2 or higher among them. So a set order, one set order. Reveal it, put your hand and shuffle your deck. So this card allows you to be able to check the set order. And I think the set order they're looking for also is this one over here, the ice fishing one. So this set order here is that for the order zone. So +2, rest this card. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Then choose a. Let me read this out. Choose a unit card. Sorry. Choose a card that is equal or less than whose grade is equal or less than your Vanguard. Reveal it, and if it's a unit card, call it the regard circle. If it's an order card, put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. If you have if you did not reveal a card, move this card into the soul. So this allows you to actually be able to gain plus soul. If you did not reveal, but if you do reveal, you get to actually add an order card in your hand, or you can actually have the what you call it? You can also have it added to your hand with an order card too as well. And the order card that you probably won't be looking for also is this card over here, which we've gone through last week, which gives power to the front row. All the Gamma Juice in front row gets all of your Gamma Juice all gain plus 5k, and then the Gamma Juice that you called during this turn will gain an additional 5k too as well. So sorry. So yeah, very solid, very good, very interesting. We've looked at this last week and we're looking at it again, and I'd like to see some additional I do love seeing the additional things also. And plus the fact also the energy costs for this deck isn't too much too at all. Not at all. So so with this also, like, you have enough to actually be able to play this in there also. It allows you to be able to actually filter out more of your deck also. This adds to the filtering because it calls a unit card out to reinforce, or it calls out or it adds an order to your hand also, which you can actually play it later on as well. So yeah, very good. Not much more to add also. Not much variety of units also, but then again, when you can play 16 of this also, this is all your units right here, and you definitely want to fish it out using the Moon Gate, and also making use of Vase Ruger's ability to be able to activate the Moon Gate also for free, which means you get to do it twice, and you just filter down. So this is, I would say also an interesting upgrade to what we saw last week. Same concept, different way. Did not use Pantera Session, but I think that's okay. Because of the fact also that you do have the grade 1 here, and you will have multiple orders. So this unit will always have the plus 5k there. So very good. Let me take a break to refresh my throat. Alright. Okay, so let's take a look at. Hang on, give me a second. Let me put that away. Okay, so now we move on to the next deck itself, which is another one of Inishis, and this is a Unica deck. So okay, this is going to pique my interest quite a bit also, because I do play Unica in here, and I do want to see what this deck, what Nishi has built here, so and see whether if I might take it for that. So, but for anybody that's unaware what Astoria will do, I call it Unica, but this guy is actually Astoria Baiko Stella. So yeah, the first I got best ability in the game, Turn Diner. Sorry, no, this is Short Spada. Short Spada is that when this is brought on by Turner Diner, you get to soul charge 2, and then if you soul charge a critical, you get to draw 1 card. The auto ability is once per turn. If you have if your opponent is grade 3 or higher, then you can move a trigger unit from the soul to the bind zone. You can bind a trigger unit from your soul. Then for the turn, this unit gets plus 10k power. Tora Dyna's ability. When this unit is ridden upon by Astoria Vanguard, by Astoria unit, choose a short Spada from your soul, and this unit and that unit, call them to separate regard circles. The ability, the regard circle ability, once per turn, if you have Astoria Vanguard, counterblast 1, choose two trigger units from your drop zone and move them into the soul. Then for the turn, this unit gets plus 5k. Now, the reason why they place this way, for those of you that are unaware, is that Astoria Unica, or in this case Astoria Bico Stella, revolves around having criticals in your bind zone and be able to activate abilities based on the number of criticals in there. But for Astoria Bico Stella, she has changed a little bit after abandoning the power of the mass gas. She now also looks for copies of Astoria in the name in the bind zone 2 as well. So let's go through the whole ability. Let's start with your main phase. If you were to write a card from your hand, if you did not write a card from your hand during your turn, you can discard one card from your hand, then choose a unit with the same name as this unit from the bind zone, and write it as stand. If you wrote, activate persona right. So that's the first ability. It allows you to just be able to get from the bind zone and then you just write over from it as well. And there's a good trick to that, which is that when this unit attacks the Vanguard, counterblast 1, soul blast 3. Alright. Then bind every card with Astoria in its name, and every critical trigger that you soul blasted for this cost. Alright. Then this unit can activate the following abilities based on the number of criticals in your bind zone. If you have one or more, sorry. Let me reread that also. You can activate the following abilities based on the number of Astoria and critical triggers in your bind zone. So one or more. All right. Choose one of your opponent's regards and retire it. Then for the turn, choose all of your units in the front row and it gets plus 5k. 3 or more, which is most likely you should be able to get easy, which is that during the battle, this unit gets plus 1 critical plus 1 drive. 5 or more, this unit, 5 or more, choose one of your regards and stand it. So it allows you to be able to make a 4 attack deck so with Bico Stella, which is much more superior than Astoria. Astoria Unica, which I like a lot. I did not like Bico Vasquez. I did not really like it a lot, so it felt very confusing for the most part. So, but I intend to see all that in their days soon, and whatnot. So yeah, play with 4 copies here, and we're going with the usual suspects here. We got the Kids Pick Griffin, which is that it's called the Regard Circle with Astoria Vanguard. Then choose 2 trigger units from your drop zone and move them into Soul, which allows you to be able to Soul Blast it and bind it later on if you got more criticals out. Then Regard Circle and on the Guardian Circle as well. If you have a critical trigger in the bind zone, then this unit gets plus 5k power plus 5k shield, active to your opponents too as well. I think this one is one of the newer ones, which is that when this unit is placed on the Regard Circle. Yeah, this one is from this one is from set 5. This was the boost previously to it. So when this unit is placed on the Regard Circle, if you have Astoria Vanguard, choose a card from your drop zone and move it into the Soul. And then sorry, yeah, thought it's getting there. Also supposed to get there too as well. So if you move it into the Soul, if you grade you a higher Vanguard, and you put a trigger unit by this effect, then for the turn this unit gets plus 5k power. So because of you thinking from there. The second ability is that when this unit is stood by the ability of your Astoria Vanguard, if you have 4 more critical triggers in your bind zone, then for the turn this unit gets plus 1 critical as well. So this one just gives it a Eden kind of ability from there. So yeah. This card is from set 7, which is new, so that when this unit is placed on the Regard Circle with your Astoria Vanguard, choose a trigger unit from your drop zone and move it into the Soul. Then for the back row Regard Circle, once per turn, when the unit is same color as this unit stood by stands up by card ability. If your Vanguard is Astoria, so +1, stand this unit too as well. So you can have the full column just going off hand from there. So plus critical from there. So a little bit of the Eden perspective from there. This one is a boost card from set 5 too as well, which is that at the end battle this unit boosted. If you have an Astoria or a Omnia Gruzio, Evil Eye, or an Evil Eye Vanguard, which is Omnia Gruzio, color plus 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose a grade 3 card that is not a Regardless piece. Reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So this one allows you to actually be able to fetch out this card over here, which is the order card. Yeah, it just says a grade 3 card. So you can fetch a grade 3 card from there. So which this is good because you can look for Baiko, which you can bind off. You can also do it with what you call it. You can also do it so in order to fetch this order card, which is a very good order card for Astoria, which allows you to. This card can only be played if you have a Astoria Vanguard. Counter charge 1. Choose 3 trigger units from your drop zone and move them into Soul. Then if you have a Astoria hang on. It's been a while, so that I actually cannot read that. So, but essentially, it should be that you choose one of your Vanguards and it gets +1 critical. Let me fetch the full skill. $44, which is almost just Celestia. Right? If your card with Astoria's card name was removed this turn. Choose one of Vanguards and it gets +1 critical. If your card with Astoria, choose 3 units or and put them into your soul. If your card with Astoria and his card name was removed this turn, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets +1 critical until the end of the turn. That's actually kind of confusing. If your card with Astoria in his card name was removed this turn, choose one of Vegas and gets +1 critical until the end of the turn. Choose 3 trigger units from your drop zone. When would it be removed? The second effect also of your is Baiko Masquez, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's for Baiko Masquez. This card is meant for Masquez also. Oh, you're right. I forgot about Masquez. Like, I put it out of my mind so that I really didn't care about Masquez because I hated it. But yeah, this one is for mainly for Masquez also. But this is just a free way to not only gain yourself a color charge, but you also can send trigger units back to the drop zone too as well. So that you actually can get more crits bound also. Thank you, Anishi. Thank you for the insight. So yeah, but this allows you to be able, this card will allow you to be able to search for this and also for this as well, which you can use to later on bind from there. Lady Bifrons is in there too as well. So when this card is placed on Regard Circle from hand, color plus 1. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1. Add it to your hand. Choose 1, move into Soul, and the rest get discarded. Then once per turn, if you have a Astoria Vanguard, Soul plus 1, Energy plus 3. Search your deck for a critical unit or a card with Astoria this card name, and put it into the Soul. So this is the direct way in which you can actually put Astoria in there, so you can actually bind it later, and then you can have your persona right afterwards during the next turn. Then move it to the Soul, then shuffle your deck. If you can't put into the Soul, then choose a unit with different name from this card for your drop zone that is less than or equal to your Vanguard grade. Then call it to Regard Circle. So this just allows you to be able to reinforce also. You can call out Kid's Peak out there. You can also call out the grade 1 too as well also, which is the few boosters that's in here. Which is that this card is that if your Vanguard is Astoria, then you can actually retire this unit and then choose 2 critical triggers in your bind zone and move that into Soul. So this just allows you to be able to recycle through as well. So, and Bifrons has that ability once per turn. in order for you to be able to actually kick collar this card, retire itself, send 2 in there, then Baiko attacks, so plus 3, which includes a copy of yourself and the 2 criticals, they all go into bind, and then the shenanigans happen also. So this allows you to be able to sit at 5 also, without having to jump over the moon for it. Without having to jump over the moon for it, so as you fish out your other criticals out of this deck. Now, of course, it's an 8-crit deck, which is the most sense of it. 3 draws, which I think this deck does need a lot of draws as well. I don't think fronts would be advisable here, so because there's not a lot of draw capabilities in the deck, in my opinion, if I remember correctly. So, but Unica is definitely one of those decks that I'm excited to actually put together, especially Stella. And seeing your build has inspired me, Anishi. So I appreciate you actually bringing out the Unica deck for me. So to take a look and see, I do enjoy it quite a lot. So, alright. Let's move on to, I think there's one more, last minute edition by Lamaster. So last minute called in, so let's see what it is. So this is a Armorta deck. So I like how you all are just appealing to my nature. Because these are all decks that I built. These are all decks that I play. Alright. Let's go. So this card is actually making use of the first Vanguard being Kika, which does not matter for anything else, because Elangelia relies on the Grade 2 to ride on top of it. So when it does so, you Soul Blast 1, and then you draw 2. Then you choose a normal unit from your hand and discard it. Then otherwise, if you do not discard, then you must discard 2 random cards. So if you can't discard the normal unit, from your hand, then you have to discard 2 cards from your hand also. But you should have a normal unit, no problem. So, ayo, it's that human Salgaon. Alright. And we move on to the Grade 2 as well, which is that Release is rolled upon by a Grade 2 with Leo in its name. Then choose as many normal units in your drop zone and send it to the bottom of the deck. If you send 3 or more, you get to draw 1. So ideally, you have a lot of normal units in there, or enough normal units in there so they can send back to the deck, and then you can draw 1 afterwards. So to be fair, Stella, I may build if I come sell my Stella playset also. Go right ahead also. Stella looks okay, and I do like the new Grade 3. So I'm excited to see what I can do with it also, later on soon enough. Armorta. So Armorta, so when this unit attacks Counter Blast 1, choose one of your regards, bind it. Then search your deck for a unit with same name as the unit that you bound, call it the regard circle, and shuffle your deck. Then when this card is put into the Guardian Circle, discard 1 card from your hand and send 2 cards from your bind zone to the bottom of the deck in any order. Then if you choose one of your units with Fatal 1 in the name, and for the turn, this unit, that unit cannot be hit. Divine Skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or higher, choose a unit with the same name as this unit from your drop zone, write it as stand, and then if you did so for the turn, this unit gets -1 drive. So this is just Gear Chronicle stuff. Just allows you to be able to write Armorta from the drop zone and put it back into the Vanguard Circle on stand and attack 1 more time. So you can actually have the binds all go off too as well. Very Counter Blast intensive deck, but that's just how it is. Let's see what boosts that we have coming out of this also, because I'm surprisingly not seeing some things also. You got 4 copies of Gubwellers, which is that when this unit is placed on the Regard Circle, you can Soul Blast 1. You can look at the top card of your deck, then choose it to put the top or the bottom. If you set to the bottom, then for the battle, this unit gets plus 5k shield, plus 5k power. Then when this unit attacks, if you have 4 or more cards in your damage zone, then for the battle, this unit gets plus 5k, so it means that it's a 23k when it attacks. Then for the turn, if you have a Fatal 1 Vanguard, when this unit is placed by the ability of Fatal 1 Vanguard's ability, then if you have not performed drive checks with rear guards this turn, Counter Blast 1, this unit gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k and -1 drive, and this unit can perform drive checks as well. So Gubwellers would be the ideal target for Armorta's ability to bind and you call another copy of it, which I think we probably would see mostly next week in next week's episode. So yeah, or the coming week's episode, I should say. Alright, but we got some new stuff here. So this one I believe is, yeah, this is a set 7. But this one is placed on the Regard Circle. If you have Liel Grade 3 or higher Vanguard, so +1. Look at the top 7 cards in your deck. Choose a grade 3 or higher card with Leonid's name or Blessed Dragon Garbelas. Blessed Dragon Garbelas, reveal it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So this one just allows you to be able to find Garbelas in your top 7, or you search for Armorta 2 as well among them. Continuous on Vanguard Circle. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or higher, Vanguard with Leonid's name, this unit gets plus 5k, and this unit was. Oh, sorry. If you have a Garbelas in the bind zone, if a Garbelas was sent from the Vanguard Circle to the bind zone, then this unit gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k. So yeah, if you have done that also, if you have sent a Garbelas also, then it gets plus 10k instead of plus 5k instead. So yeah, this deck set 7 is primarily focused on Armorta playing with 4 copies of Garbelas also, and I have to get 4 copies of Garbelas but I'm broke as shit, so sorry for the dolphin. So, but anyways, we also got Silver Rares are very hard to read, so apologize for this, but this will take a bit of time. But we got a Sequence Wizard, which is that when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle during your main phase, if your Vanguard is layer grade 3 or higher, grade 2 effect is if Gabby is in bind zone or Vanguard Circle. Oh, it's in bind zone Vanguard Circle. Okay, Ken, thank you. The other one is that if you have a Garbelas with Vanguard Circle in the bind zone, it gets plus 10k instead. Thank you very much for the clarification. Alright, so again, we move on to Sequence Wizard, which is that when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle during the main phase, if you have a creature or higher, a Vanguard with Leonid's name, color plus 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose a grade 3 or less unit card from among them, and call it the Vanguard Circle and shuffle your deck. Another way to be able to find Garbelas and call it the Vanguard Circle to get all that loop started. Then on the Vanguard Circle, when your other unit is bound by the effect of your Vanguard's ability, then for the turn this unit gets plus 5k and you may soul charge 1. So you can have it actually be, you can actually have this card actually be plus 10k in total, and you can soul charge 2 as well if you need to. If you use the divine skill from Armorta. So I always found Sequence Wizard to actually be a pretty good card from pretty good card as soon as it came out, because I knew that this is what I'm going to do with put in the deck itself. So Biscotti in there. Biscotti is the discarder. When placed on the guided circle or discarded from your hand for the cost of a right deck, you can card +1 on energy +3 to draw 1 card. When this card is placed on the Vanguard Circle, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, if your person wrote this turn, color +1 on energy +3. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose one card, put it to the top of your deck, and the rest sent to the bottom of the deck in any order. If this happened during the battle phase, you can call the card that you put on the top of the deck. You can call the card that's put on the top of the deck instead of putting it back to the top of the deck. So this just allows you to be able to reinforce from there. Biscotti is just a good discarder for draw. Just helps a good filter from there. You're using the Selgaon. You're using Selgaon in the deck as well, but this is the Koro version of it. So Selgaon, we looked at it earlier, which allows you to be able to retire this unit and the better they boosted. Or sorry, they're better than they boosted. So if you play a set order, you got more regards than your opponent. This unit gets plus 5k. Then for the battle, you can retire the card. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1, put to your hand, and the rest get sent to the bottom of the deck. Not much to say about that. Alright, so this one is from set 5 for Armorta, which is on the back row Vanguard Circle. Which is that when a Vanguard is bound, when a Vanguard in the same color as this unit is bound by your grade 3 or higher layout Vanguard's ability, then stand this unit. So this allows you to actually have that column attack in full, then she can reset afterwards. So after you bound another card, in this instance we got Garbelas and they call it back. So they call another copy of it out. So yeah, this one is the divine booster, as we call it, which is that it gets plus 5k as long as you're during the battle this unit boosted if your Vanguard is a layout grade 3 or higher. The other ability is that when this unit boosts a grade 3 or higher layout Vanguard, this unit gets plus 2k, so it's a total plus 7k, which makes this a 15k booster. So plus 1, then choose a then choose a unit with the same name as one of your units and set it at the bottom of the deck. Then choose one of your units and it gets plus 5k to the end of the turn. This just allows you to actually be able to send back your last copy. To send back one more copy of a Gabuelas back to the bottom deck, so you actually can use Amorta's ability to be able to bind the Gabuelas and then call another one. So, like say if you have discarded him or so, or you got retired from there. So, but you get the idea. Gargawon, which is a very good card charger, which is that if you're this unit gets the ability at the end of this unit boosted, retire this unit, card charge 1. If you have called a card using your Vanguard's ability that has a divine skill. So your Vanguard with divine skill uses the ability to call a card, to place a card. Then this unit will get that ability. It also gets plus 5k too as well. So Gargawon, very popular. So yeah, a lot of cards that I went through also. But the one thing that I wanted to say about Amorta in set 7 is that Amorta set 7 also really primarily focused on playing around with Gabuelas. This card here that came from set 7 really solidifies also that you are playing Gabuelas straight away in Amorta, so you're not doing others. I like Idiras. Idiras is actually the original grade 2 that you will bind and then call, then there's a lot of power going off from there. So, but with this in play, so it's telling me, hey, just focus on Gabuelas also. And judging by the way everything looks also, I find it very hard to fit Idiras in the deck. I really find it very hard to actually put Idiras in the deck also. And to me, like, I'm prepared to play Gabuelas. It's just I don't have Gabuelas just yet. So what do I do? Set 7 is a little bit dead to me also. Not entirely true also. Because of the fact also they still have cards from their previous boosted Amorta to do so. But when you go into set 7 also, you're gonna need to bring Gabuelas with you from set 5. So I'm gonna have to get myself 4 copies. So it's not too expensive. I think I had to pay like $60 for 4 copies of it. I just need to find $60 first. So yeah. But otherwise, so this got me hyped too as well. And I'm glad, I thank you as well, Le Master, for actually sharing this too as well. I do enjoy everything that we have seen over here, and there's a lot to talk about and enjoy. So I'm a little bit strained in my throat, and also I had the ulcer in my mouth too as well. So it's a little bit difficult for me to actually get words out, but I do appreciate seeing each and every one of these decks, and that's the point of it as well, because I'm excited about set 7. Really excited about set 7, and I'm willing to work through the pain, work through my dry throat, work through possible sickness, just so that I can enjoy set 7 as it's out right now. So yeah, I can't wait to actually get a hold of my card soon. So yeah, that will end the what is cooking section. So thank you very so much for joining me. This will be the end of stream too as well. I'll try my best to actually come on tomorrow and play a little bit of DNAs if I can. If not possible, then because I got stuff that I need to take care of, so that will depend on what I do tonight. So, but I think I should be able to get all things done from there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me right now. You guys can always check me out every Tuesday here for Vanguard stuff. You want to talk about Vanguard? This is a good place to be. This is a good place to come in, which is every Tuesday, 7:45. I'll be on. The live stream goes up at 8. We take a look at the news, and then we do the what is cooking section. So be sure to tune in. So everybody's on YouTube, everybody's on Twitch as well. Give me a follow here, give me a subscribe on YouTube in that case as well. You can support me if you wish to. And more importantly, you can also head over to our Discord server, which you can see over here. YouTube, you can see on the description box below. On Twitch, I just put it up in the chat, but you can also find it in the boxes below too as well. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me right now. So thank you so much for joining me for the Vanguard Tuesday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.